Dakota, hi. Let me turn it this way. Yeah, I always like the longer way. How are you? How are you, beautiful one? Thank you so very much for trusting me and coming to me for some advice and hoping that I could share some wisdom with you. It would be my pleasure and my honor and my blessing to be able to do so. It's never easy, but then again, having artistic differences it's a very personal thing because you're hoping to be accepted within a group, and you have been accepted within a group, and your personal differences, creatively or artistically, don't necessarily match with everyone else, particularly with the director. And of course, that director happened to be someone who was with you that you've known since high school, who's also a theater director from high school. There's something that you have to remember: whatever you focus on increases. Always keep that in mind. I'll say it again. Whatever you focus on increases. So as difficult as this might be, it is also a challenge for you because you're focused on the separation. You're focused on being no longer a part of something. But the thing I want you to focus on is the thing that you really are a part of. More than anything else, you're a part of your own team, your own creative collective, the team of I. Now people say there's no I in team. I get that. You know, when it comes to the words, no, there is no I in team. And when it comes to working together creatively, there is no I in team. But the I still is very, very important. The you still is very, very important for your journey ahead, because you didn't stop the creative space that you were in. Even though it was different, you didn't sacrifice that creative space that you hold, your belief system, right or wrong or good or bad, without any judgment. You didn't sacrifice that creative space that you hold for yourself, which means you have integrity towards yourself. Now, you may have had integrity for this group of people, this group of actors, and the director who you've known since high school, but you never lost sight of your own personal creativity and integrity. And that says a lot, and that means a lot, because this breakup comes because you focused on something you believed in. And I don't want you to forget that. I want you to hold on to that truth. Because as you stand still in that belief, in that faith, whatever your philosophy is, whatever your integrity was in what broke you up, is also a huge part, Dakota, of what makes you you creatively. And breakups will happen. The world will transmute. Relationships change. Some of them even come and then they go. They disappear from our lives. And we find ways to mourn them. But we don't find ways to lose sight of ourselves in order to have that back. Because if you compromised yourself or your belief system or your creative integrity just to stay with a group of people, with a director, then you would have lost sight of you. And then what would you be bringing to the table, really? And who would be the one bringing what to the table if you lose sight of any of those things? Lose sight of yourself, your creative integrity. Trust in your creative integrity. See, we're always relying on this. And when you let that go and trust that the universe has a plan in mind, the space that you're meant to hold will have the same creative integrity you keep for yourself. Never let that go. And that's the thing you should focus on. Don't lose sight of your creative integrity, because that's what makes you, you. That's what makes you special. That's what makes you important. That's what brings value to every relationship that you'll have. because you have your authenticity intact and your sincerity intact and your creativity intact. And yes, it's hard to let go, but when we do, you're letting go for new experiences and a new horizon to come in. I think it would be amazing if you decided to take your feelings and not just put them in a diary or put them in a journal, but to write a monologue. Keep your theater juices flowing. I say create this amazing, well-written monologue for yourself based on everything that you're feeling. Put it in words. Create a monologue. So you're using that space within you, that creative space within you, to share your feelings, take care of yourself, and continue the transmutation of your healing. And what better way in doing theater than to create a theater piece for yourself, an audition piece for yourself. Write it down, go over it, hear your most authentic voice, because that most authentic voice is why you chose not to back down. And I think when you create a monologue for yourself and put it on tape and use it as an audition piece, I think that's very powerful, because you get a chance to look at it over and over and over and over again as a reminder, a beautiful reminder of why you are you and why you held on to your most authentic, creative self, even if it meant separating yourself or being separated or being kicked out, however you want to describe it, from this theater company. Company of I. That's what's important. And I think a beautiful monologue from this, pardon my voice, I think a beautiful monologue from this might be what you need creatively. I hope that helps. All right, beautiful one. Here's what I like to tell people, and I'm going to say it to you as well, and I mean it with every fiber of my being. Be blessed, be well, be happy, be healthy, but most importantly, Dakota, be you, because you are beautiful.